Welcome to Meghan and Harry Tales channel, where we keep it real. This is your go-to place for all things Harry and Meghan, with a side of royal intrigue. We're here to shed light on the unspoken, and we're not afraid to ask the tough questions. So if you're as fascinated by the royal world as we are, hit that subscribe button and join our community. I'm your host, Kelly, ready to guide you through the royal labyrinth. Without further ado, let's delve into today's topic. In a recent statement, Dr. Shola openly criticised Kate Middleton's recent chemotherapy announcement. This fierce critic of the royal family took to the airwaves to voice her concerns about what she perceives as manipulative PR tactics employed by the royal couple. According to Dr. Shola, the publicised account of Kate's battle with cancer appears to be a calculated attempt to attract sympathy and divert public attention from other, perhaps more controversial issues within the monarchy. Dr. Shola's criticism doesn't stop there. She scrutinises the timing of the announcement, pointing out that it conveniently coincided with a period of increased scrutiny of the royal family. The sudden revelation of Kate's chemotherapy and the subsequent end of her treatment has raised eyebrows. Could this be a mere coincidence, or does it suggest a strategic play rather than a genuine health disclosure? Dr. Shola is not alone in her skepticism. Many have questioned the lack of specific details about Kate's cancer type and treatment plan. The announcement was vague, leaving more questions than answers. This lack of transparency adds to the growing skepticism around the announcement and fuels further speculation about the true motives behind it. In the end, the question remains, was the announcement of Kate's chemotherapy a genuine act of transparency, a brave move to raise awareness about a serious health issue, or was it a carefully orchestrated PR strategy designed to deflect attention from the controversies surrounding the royal family and paint the Cambridge couple in a more sympathetic light? As more details emerge, the truth will hopefully become clearer. The timing of the announcement, coinciding with a period of heightened scrutiny of the royal family, suggests a strategic play rather than a genuine health disclosure. As the dust settles, we can only hope for clarity and truth in these uncertain times. Dr. Shola went further, accusing Kate and Prince William of clout chasing by leveraging Kate's health struggles for public relations. Now, what does this mean? The term clout chasing is often used in the world of social media influencers, and it refers to the act of exploiting trending topics, popular personalities, or even personal hardships to gain attention and followers. In this case, Dr. Shola suggests that the royal couple might be using a similar strategy. According to her, the narrative spun around Kate's treatment and her subsequent recovery from preventative chemotherapy has less to do with sharing a personal journey and more with controlling the media narrative. Remember, this is a time when the royal family is under increased scrutiny. There are controversies brewing, and the public eye is more critical than ever. In such a scenario, a story of resilience, a story of battling and overcoming a life-threatening disease, can indeed serve as a powerful distraction. Moreover, it's not just the timing that is under question, it's the way the story has been told. The narrative is carefully curated to evoke sympathy while remaining vague on the details. This lack of specifics, Dr. Shola argues, is a clear sign of a PR move. When public figures share their health struggles, it's not uncommon to disclose the type of illness, the treatment plan, and the prognosis. It's a way to raise awareness, to educate, and to connect with others going through similar battles. But in Kate's case, these details are conspicuously absent. Instead, we see a story that is high on emotional appeal, but low on facts. A story that seems designed to tug at the heartstrings, to shift the focus away from the royal controversies, and to create a positive buzz around the royal couple. Dr. Shola's accusation of clout chasing, therefore, is not without basis. It's a perspective that invites us to question the stories we consume, the narratives we buy into, and the motivations behind them. The lack of specific details about Kate's cancer type and treatment plan adds to the skepticism around the announcement. The palace has yet to respond to these accusations. A silence that hangs heavy in the air, punctuated only by the ripples of public discourse that these accusations have stirred. The monarchy, often seen as an impenetrable fortress, now finds itself under scrutiny, its walls seeming less formidable under the weight of these claims. The public reaction to Dr. Shola's accusations has been a mixture of shock, disbelief, and for some, a sense of vindication. Social media platforms have become a battleground, with royal watchers and critics alike dissecting every word of Shola's criticism. Some argue that the silence from the palace is a sign of guilt, an admission of the manipulation that Shola suggests. Others maintain their loyalty, arguing that the palace is simply above such petty accusations and will not dignify them with a response. This controversy has not only sparked debates, but also raised questions about the role of the monarchy in the 21st century. Are these revered institutions using their influence responsibly? Or are they merely playing to the court of public opinion, crafting narratives that serve their interests? The potential impact on the monarchy's reputation is significant. If the palace continues to remain silent, it risks the public interpreting it as an admission of guilt. On the other hand, a rushed or poorly handled response could further fuel the controversy, adding fuel to the fire. It's a delicate balancing act, one that requires careful management. The palace finds itself at a crossroads. A response could clear the air or muddy the waters further. The public's perception of the monarchy hangs in the balance. This situation underscores the importance of transparency and authenticity in today's age, where the court of public opinion can be as powerful as any royal court. The public awaits a response from the palace, and the scrutiny continues. As the world watches on, the silence from the palace becomes louder, echoing across virtual platforms and real-world conversations alike. The monarchy may be an old institution, but it finds itself caught up in a very modern controversy, one that could shape its future and its legacy. As we conclude this discussion, it's clear that the monarchy's PR strategies have come under fire. The allegations raised by Dr. Shola, while serious, shine a spotlight on the need for transparency, especially when it comes to the health disclosures of public figures. Throughout this video, we've dissected the timing and nature of Kate Middleton's chemotherapy announcement, questioned the motives behind it, and examined the public reaction. We've looked at the accusations of clout chasing, the palace's response, and the impact all of this has had on the public's perception of the royal family. The importance of transparency cannot be overstated. When public figures share their health struggles, it should be a moment of sincerity and vulnerability, not a calculated PR strategy. It's a time to inspire others who may be going through similar experiences, not to deflect attention from more pressing issues. Dr. Shola's critique serves as a reminder that the public deserves honesty, especially from those in positions of power. We must hold them accountable and demand transparency in all aspects, including their personal health narratives. The conversation doesn't end here, though. We encourage you to continue the discussion. What are your thoughts on this issue? Do you agree with Dr. Shola's perspective? Thank you everyone for watching the video, and show some love by subscribing and sharing the video. Remember to leave a comment. Thank you. I am your loyal host, Kelly.